Thanks, Vic. We're here in Dumfries and we're at the Globe Inn, which is an historic inn which Burns had a strong association with. We're going to take a look around. We've got the perfect guest to give us the guided tour. So come this way.
Welcome to the Globe Inn.
Thank you very much.
Come in.
Jane Brown is a former landlady at the Globe and now offers tours of the historic inn. Jane, should I say Jean? You're looking very good as Jean Armour tonight. Tell us what makes this place special to Burns and tell us exactly where we are in the Globe Inn.
Well, the Globe Inn was established in 1610, but Robert Burns didn't move to Dumfries to 1787 to 1796 when he died, and during that time the Globe was a very vibrant place. This is called Mrs. Hislop's kitchen, and this would have been the servery, and you can see why. We have the lovely old kitchen range here that would have been here in Burns's time. So Burns would have frequented the Globe very much. He lived out at Ellerslie, but there would be many a time when he couldn't get home. So he was on a pony, of course, 200 miles a week sometimes. So he would come here, where he would be offered things like port, mead, claret wine, ale, all served from the jugs that you see here into the tankards and the goblets of the people sitting round. I would love to have been a serving wench then. It would have been great fun.
I would have loved to have been part of the company. He would have been a celebrity figure in this pub.
Yes, and educated, so he was a reader. He could read and write, and he would read out the news from the papers that came down with the coaches from Edinburgh and Glasgow. People would be hanging on his every word and listen to his quotes and his poetry and things like that. I'm sure the merchants of the town, to do with the shipping, would just enjoy being in his company. He did once say that he gave each one of them a slice of his constitution.
From the dining area, Jane leads me to where most of the actual drinking took place. Jane, where are we now?
Right, this is what we call the Burns House, and this would have been the bar area in Burns's time, but it wasn't a bar you went up to. As I said, the waitresses would just come and fill up your drinking vessels. And the panelling in these walls all dates back to 1780 when Burns was here. You'll notice here is a painting of his funeral procession in 1796, and they reckon to be 11,000 to 12,000 people lined the streets. And he's being escorted, his coffin's being escorted by the Royal Volunteers, who he nicknamed the Awkward Squad. The special thing about this room is the poet's chair, and it sits there in the corner. And you can just imagine him sitting there, reciting his poems or doing a quip about someone walking in the room. He had a great humour, so everyone would be listening to his every word, sitting here in this wee room.
And we can sit in the chair in the present day?
Yes, you're allowed to sit in the chair, but there is a custom attached to it. You have to recite Burns, or you've got to buy everybody in the pub a drink.
Could be an expensive ride tonight. Upstairs, Jane reveals another fascinating part of Burns's story with the Globe Inn. So we're upstairs, Jane, and I suppose we've seen where Burns did his drinking and where he wrote some poetry, but maybe this is where more of the action happened, given Burns's reputation. Where are we now?
This is what we call the Burns bedroom, and this is where Robert Burns had an affair with Anna Park, who was the landlord's niece. And Anna gave birth to a baby girl 9 days before his wife Jean gave birth to a son. Now Anna moved to Edinburgh, to Leith, and I think because she had a baby, she couldn't get the work, the employment she wanted, so the baby was brought back to Jean Armour, who most compassionately brought the child up. And she stayed as her child till adulthood and stayed as a good friend right through to Jean's death. It really is. But he must have thought something of Anna, because he wrote, "Yestreen had a pint of wine, a place where body saw na. Yestreen lay on this breast of mine, the gowden locks of Anna." And the last verse, "Come in thy raven plumage night, sun, moon and stars withdraw na, and bring an angel pen to write my transport's way, my Anna." And I think one of the most extraordinary things about this room is that the windows actually have etchings which were made by Burns, and they're still there. I mean,
all these years later. It's just incredible.
He etched 5 on 5 windows, and 3 of them were removed in 1834 and given to the Birthplace and Alloway Museum. And you can still see them there if you ask to see them. But we have 2 originals. We've got the 3 copies there that someone traced from those originals, and they're on one of the windows, but we've still got 2 original etchings by Robert Burns. And to have that is a gift. It's priceless.
Well, it's the kind of thing you expect to see in a museum, you know, very carefully protected, and here they are still in the same pub which Burns frequented, and in the bedroom where, as you've explained, he passed some good times as well.
Yeah, I'll just point them out to you and read them to you. Up here they have 4-liner here. Oh lovely Polly Stewart, oh charming Polly Stewart, there's no a flower that blooms in May that's half so fair as thou art. Great words to women. And this one here, gin a body meet a body coming through the grain, gin a body kiss a body, the things a body's ain.
Right, that's a wee variation on
And coming through the
Through the Rye.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Isn't it wonderful to have these though?
Astonishing. What a great tour. Jane, thank you very much
Oh,
for
you're very
showing us around.
welcome. As you can see, I'm very passionate. I wish I was Jean Armour.
No, it's an absolute treat, and to be able to step in to what is a society partner bar as well, and there's a great selection of society whiskies down the stairs, but to be here and experience all that is a pleasure in the hands of the best guide I can imagine.
You get a feel of them, don't you?
Absolutely.
You do get a feel of them.
It's in the walls, isn't it?
Yes.
And in the glass. Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome.